Chase Stevens has been running roughshod in Nashville ever since the last territory ran their first show here. He really has been the Tennessee bully, as you see flipping off the crowd. And I can tell you, his success is so profound here in Tennessee. It is very rare you see Chase Stevens get his shoulders pinned to the mat here at CCW. Come on, threatening the audience. Stevens has been making a name for himself here at CCW by just going up against the youngest crop of talent and really just putting them in their place, bullying them, berating them, and then beating them. And Chase Stevens is going to try to make this man one of those victims in Parker Lee. 4 years of experience trained by the Nightmare Factory. But Parker Lee, man, every time we see this guy, so impressive. Has won here before in CCW. Has been traveling the country, honing in his style, honing in his work. And Parker Lee, definitely a future star. And you know, just hearing that sentence is going to rub Chase Stevens the wrong way. And it has been. We've heard Chase Stevens leading up to this match say the same things he always does. Parker Lee is a flash in the pan. He's going to put Parker Lee away. And you have to imagine that's rubbed Parker Lee the wrong way. That Stevens taking his time to get into the ring. Talking to the ref, taking his time. The in-ring veteran does everything with purpose. Parker Lee, on the other hand, featured on Ring of Honor as of late. Chase Stevens, of course, part of that early TNA roster.
Sit down and shut up!
Chase Stevens threatening a child.
He's got normal ears! He does!
This one on his way. Parker Lee, so athletic and bouncing around that ring. Such a speedster. He's going to have to keep his distance. Pop in, pop out if he wants a shot at defeating Chase Stevens here tonight. Parker Lee has defeated larger opponents in the past here in the last territory. Getting wins against the names of Damian Wade, Leroy Shogun. Can he add Chase Stevens to that list? As Stevens on the outside. And again, you come to expect this if you have seen Chase Stevens. And if this is your first time seeing Chase Stevens, this is exactly what he does. He tries to get under his opponent's skin. He tries to get young competitors like a Parker Lee to get off their A game. But I do appreciate Lee giving Chase Stevens right back that same treatment. These two back in the ring, stalemate now. It's a collar and elbow tie-up. Stevens, of course, going to have that strength advantage and back him up. But man, Parker Lee bouncing that right hand right off the head of Stevens. Stevens wants a timeout. He wants anything but to be here. Look at that, grabbing some water, pouring his head. Almost got KO'd by that punch, it looked like. That one sparked Chase Stevens. Stevens demanding the referee warn Parker Lee about closed fists. I assure you, we will see Chase Stevens use a closed fist in this matchup. Chase Stevens again trying to draw this one out as long as he can. Now collar and elbow tie up. Man, it looks like he went straight to the eyes of Parker Lee. But again, nothing out of the ordinary for Chase Stevens, one of the dirtiest players in the game. With that closed fist right hand, I told you folks. The thing is, with this attitude, Chase Stevens, and just how despicable he is, there's nothing you can do about it. There's no denying his greatness, no denying his career, and no denying his results that he gets. Parker Lee backed up in that corner, courtesy of Chase Stevens. Stevens now looking for that chop, and he's got it. Man, that one laid out Parker Lee. Parker Lee. Look, cut looks like right above that right brow. Lee bleeding here now, and that Chase Stevens might as well be a shark the way he reacts to blood. It's like a big target on the head of Parker Lee, but Parker Lee, I think he was realizing that, and that blood's got him fired up and put some urgency into his offense. Right hand by Parker Lee. Now he's got Chase Stevens in the corner. Inzaguri stepped up with it. Chase Stevens on wobbly feet, and down goes Chase Stevens. Parker Lee rotated him over. Quick kick out there by Stevens. Now Parker Lee full mount, raining down right hands. And I think that blood pissed off Parker Lee. And he keeps favoring his head and seeing that blood pouring out. Oh, but walked right into that elbow by Chase Stevens. Starched right hands coming right back out the bag. Both men on the outside. Stevens, of course, having to give a piece of his mind to the crowd. As now he's taking down Parker Lee. Sending Lee back into the ring. Chase Stevens falls. Again, slow. Diabolical, picks his opponents apart. Everything he does is with purpose. And another right hand. Oh, but look at that. Parker Lee exploding out of nowhere with that drop kick. And now Parker cover 1, 2. Chase Stevens showing how much gas he's got left in the tank. And just set that right knee to the midsection of Parker Lee. He collapsed it on Parker Lee with that right hand. And it's what Chase Stevens does best. Every time Parker Lee gets that fire under him, every time Parker Lee goes to chain a string of maneuvers, it is Chase Stevens that cuts him off at every corner. As now Chase Stevens looking to bring Parker Lee in the hard way, but Parker Lee slipping out the back door, delivering a right hand of his own. This one has been a bit of a slugfest with all these back and forth strikes we've been seeing. Parker Lee, though, jumped on the second rope and did a cross body. How he got that strength and endurance to do that, I have no idea. And now again, taking this back to a slugfest. Parker Lee making this one a fight against Chase Stevens. That one looked to rock Chase Stevens. Stevens' only reason he's up is because of those ropes. Parker Lee, Irish whip. Clothesline by Parker Lee. Pinfall 1, 2. And Stevens just keeps kicking out. But you know, with every one of those kickouts, more and more energy is used. You gotta think Chase Stevens has got to start slowing down around this part of the match. And if Parker Lee can keep up this pace and keep up with these stomps, then things might just swing in his favor. Parker Lee, leaping back elbow. Snapmares Chase Stevens down center of the ring. Another pinfall attempt. And another kick out at 2 by Chase Stevens. Parker Lee flipping senton there. Parker Lee going for these quick moves. Quick strikes. Oh man, speaking of quick strike, how about Chase Stevens just slapping Lee right in the back of the head? But Lee was going for quick moves, quick covers. Quick moves, quick covers. Which will start wearing down on your opponent, but with the amount of experience that Chase Stevens has. Oh! DDT! This one could do it though. 1, 2. And that, too, was the slowest kick out we've seen by Chase Stevens so far. And I think Parker Lee is completely back into this one. Might be pulling away with it. But Stevens, like he heard me, answering right back to Parker Lee. Irish whip by Stevens from Parker Lee. Inside out. Enziguri caught. Now rolls in from the outside into the end and got the code breaker. 1, 2, and 3. No. No, 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 says Chase Stevens. Stevens somehow kicking out that row through code breaker by Parker Lee. And now going straight back to the eyes. And you gotta think that's some desperation on the part of Chase Stevens. That right hand still targeting that cut above the brow of Parker Lee. That's been giving him issues this whole match. Stevens trying for a suplex, but again, Parker Lee being the quicker of the two. Getting out of it. Now rolls through, but can he stay with it? Yes, he can. And now got the sleeper connect. He's got the hooks in. Does Parker Lee. And Stevens doing a great job going straight to the hands, trying to fight the hands, but Parker Lee has got that in tight. Could be dream streak here for Chase Stevens. Could Parker Lee make Chase Stevens pass out? Stevens, though, oh, look how he turned his body and got out of it. And then delivered those straight punches to the head.
Shut up!
This one has just been back and forth, so gritty, so determined are each one of these men. And Parker Lee raining down right hands. And Lee like an uncaged animal the way when he mounts on top of Chase Stevens, how he throws those vicious hands. And again, we're seeing it here. No stopping Parker Lee with these right hands. I mean, the referee's got to start getting involved in this one. How much more can Chase Stevens take of that? And Parker Lee, somehow with all the abuse he's taken. Oh, I was going to say in the driver's seat. But Chase Stevens just throwing a referee into Parker Lee, and now he's rolled him up. Nowhere then to count because a ref just got thrown into Parker Lee. Now 1, 2, and 3. He got it by holding the damn tights.
Here's your winner, the natural, Chase Stevens.
And Chase Stevens just stole one there. I mean, the most underhand of underhand tactics. Throwing the ref into Parker Lee, grabbing a hold of the tights for the roll-up. And look at this, Parker Lee's had enough. He's had enough of this bully, cheating, getting away with it, and Parker Lee has snapped. He is going ballistic on Chase Stevens, and we might need the whole locker room out here to get Parker Lee off of Chase Stevens. Look, he's pushing officials. I can't blame him. You can't do it, but I can't blame him. How much longer is Chase Stevens going to get away with stealing victories like this? And you could tell, after what we have seen here tonight, things are far from over between Parker Lee and Chase Stevens. Parker Lee still wants a fight. Thank goodness we got officials and staff in there to keep Parker Lee off of Chase Stevens. Nonetheless, though, Chase Stevens, your winner here at Music City Fight Night 6. But there's going to be hell to pay courtesy of Parker Lee for Chase Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight has been a great one. What a Music City Fight Night it has been in the 6th installment, but we are still not done with all the craziness that is happening because we still have your main event. It is Big Trouble, Ben Bishop, taking on Colby Carter. And we gotta stop Parker Lee so we can get into our main event because he's going crazy on Chase Stevens. We're gonna try to get some order here while we get ready for the main event.